Hey folks, Bob with Currency Waves. Going to do another video on the daily charts, technical analysis. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's start with the euro, and we'll go through about 10-15 of these here. Head and shoulders. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head. Here. Neckline. Broke out, retested, and headed higher. I was just looking at a possible ending diagonal here or something for a C wave, but the reason being is because we're seeing a lot of divergence here on the RSI with each move higher. So head and shoulders target is 4250 area, which comes in pretty close with trend line on the weekly here. And if you were to look at this from an Elliott wave perspective, you could have an A wave down, ABC up for an A wave of a triangle, B of a triangle, C of a triangle, D of a triangle, and E up to the 4250 back up to this trend line. Now keep in mind, if this is a triangle and this is E, it could end at any time. It does not have to, come all the way up to that head and shoulders target. I just wanted to put a fib on here. It's another interesting thing. If this is an A, B, and some type of C wave up, two equal legs comes in at 38.28, which is the 618 retrace of what would be the D leg. So something to watch out for there over the coming days, weeks. So, we could just not reach the head and shoulders target and hit that and then down to the below 180.83. Aussie. Well, the last video I did, we were looking at this channel here that I have, and I'm looking for a high back up to the top. Last video I did was on 1127 here on this gray line. I had mentioned I was looking for maybe another touch at the top of this channel for a B wave. And we did get that touch, but we ended up getting yet another high here for a possible B and maybe C down. Now we're kind of entering support area on the RSI, but I would look for 30.41. If this low breaks, good possibility we're coming all the way down to 98 with some type of leading diagonal 1, 2, working on 3, 4, 5 for 1 of C. So New Zealand. We could have a rising wedge going on here. So maybe we see a test of this trend line again and another high. That's kind of what has me a little leery of saying this is for sure going down, because the New Zealand and Aussie pretty much trade in line, not wave for wave or pip for pip, but you can see the strong move up in the Aussie from 531 to 89. Basically the same thing here, followed by just a bunch of sideways action. Same thing here. So if the Aussie is coming down here to 98, 99, whatever, then this is probably coming down. And vice versa, if this is going to hold this trend line and bounce to new highs, then we could probably have the same thing going on here with this. Okay, I stopped the video so I could redraw some lines here quick. What I was looking at here is maybe an A, B, C for B. Then maybe an expanding ending diagonal. Maybe 1, 2, A, B, C, 3, 4, 5 or something like that. Where we're still going to make some new highs up into, 178 on the Aussie while this makes its new highs before we come crashing to the down. Pound. We've all seen this big triangle here going on. Whether this is A, B, C, D, E here, and we're starting a fifth wave down, or up, an impulse wave down. That's what it's looking like to me. On the bullish side, you've got A, B, C, D, E. Then it's going higher, but I don't believe that's the case. I believe we have maybe a complete triangle here. And we're working on wave 3 of an impulse with 1, 2, 3. We need a 4 and 5, then a wave 2, and then out the bottom. If that is the case, then there's a long ways down. Another thing to keep in mind too is we could have A, B, C, then this is just an A, B, C down for D, and we still get an E, but I guess we'll have to cross that bridge when we get to it. Right now it looks like it's working on, like I say, a wave 3 here with 1, 2, 3. We need a 4, 5 yet. Euro Aussie. Again with the divergence here, it's kind of concerning with this. This has got another head and shoulders here, just like the euro dollar. With the left shoulder head, right shoulder neckline, target 39.74. We could have an A, B could have ended here with an irregular flat, and then followed by a 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's working on a 3. 2 equal legs up. If the B ended here, comes in around 35.84, so that could potentially be the first target. So looking higher, just a little concerned about the divergence here on these two highs at least, and the fact that got higher high and lower RSI here also is concerning. So Euro pound just screaming higher. This is the trend line from the weekly that should slow this spike down a little bit. On the bullish side, we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, an expanding leading diagonal I'm showing here. So it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And this is a third wave. We break above that trend line and hold. We could be going much higher here. Possibly back above 98 here, 0.98. On the bearish side, it is just an A, B, and a C wave up. There is a possibility also of a triangle in here. If I take some of this out so we can see it. So then your A would end here. You got A, B, C, D, E for a B wave. And then you're working on the C wave up. And that comes in right at the trend line. So this is the bearish count here. If we have 1, 2, 3, we need a 4 and a 5. For the A, B wave triangle, C up. So watching that trend line right there real close for possibly getting short. And I'd also like to see some divergence here after a pullback. Something like so. Then of course price would make a new high. The yens, I think, are coming very close to the end of a wave 3. If you have this as a 1, sideways wave 2, you've got 3, you would need a 4 and a 5 yet. Lots of divergence here with these new highs here. New high here, lower RSI, new high here, lower RSI, and again here. So would not mind seeing one more new high here, about around 95.50 to get short for about 500 pips down. Maybe we'll see retest of this high here. Kind of lines up with this channel here with a 1, 2, 3, 4 back down into the channel. Otherwise, you know, if we have a 1, 2, 3, and then just 4 back into this broken channel where it broke out here. So either way, looking for possibly, hopefully, another high before we get a deeper correction. Same thing is going on here. If we have a 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4 back down into 114, possibly even down to 111. I doubt if it gets that low. That'd be almost 50% back of this leg. The 382 is at 114.28. And again, the divergence with all the new highs here, 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 and again here. It looks like we could have a 1, 2, 3, working on a 4, and maybe a slight new high before almost an 800 pip move down here. Pound's a little different. Pound yen is a little different situation. If we go back and look at the other yens on 114, the pound did not make a new high above the 114 high. Here's the 114 high on a dollar yen. 114 high in euro pound. and the 114 high on Aussie. Aussie's barely made a new high, but pound has not made even come close. Yeah, but I'm still wondering if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 1, 2, and it still makes a new high. Somehow back up to 147, the top of this channel, before it actually falls back down. You could actually you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need the 5 yet. And as I pointed out, divergence, 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 divergence. So this is really looking bearish, and again, if we have some type of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we need a 4. 38% retrace of this entire move. Comes in around 85.80. Well, along with this broken channel. And we also have the gap down here at 84.77. So CAD needs to get going here. I don't like the way this thing is looking, but I'm looking at possibly 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Need a 4, 5, 4, 5. Question is this just an A, B, C? We have, of course, the channel top here. We have this broken channel here that could be retested, and we have trend line here on the weekly. That all those things should act as some resistance. And like I say, I don't know if this is 1, 2. I think if we get above here and close, we could look at maybe a 3 instead of C. Otherwise, I'd be looking at A, B, C for A, look for a B, then a C up. Swissy, looking for a possible long and a close above this 100-day moving average, back up to 95.33. Got a nice little trend going on in the RSI. It's holding the 50, holding this trend line. Came down and tested this broken trend channel, almost perfect. So we either have a 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's going to skyrocket higher, or we just have A, B, C for A, B, C up, back up to the top of this channel and resistance area. So, okay. That is what I'm looking at. Again, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel here. And thank you for watching.